Being the antagonist of a certain series means that you're going to change the course of the story a lot, whether it's through force or through ages of planning. You know, like a certain Spectacle fellow did. But things get even messier when you're not only the final antagonist of the show, but a literal god to all the other characters. And it gets even scarier when you have a group of close-bonded powerhouses at your disposal. Welcome to Animepill, I'm Rafa, and today we're going to explain to you about the King of the Tower Jahad, and all the powerful 10 great families. These are the beings with the highest authority inside the tower, and there aren't many to dispute. As always, a sub to the channel would be much appreciated, and will keep you updated for future content. But for now, let's bask in the glory of Jahad. Imagine colonizing Mars and then declaring yourself the king, and then ruling with such an ironclad that nobody dares to dispute you. Now that is exactly what Jahad did, except rather than Mars, he climbed the tower. Jahad was the first human to step foot inside the tower and climb to the 134th floor, until he thought the ladder was way too long. Being the first person to achieve such a great feat, Jahad formed contracts with the guardians of the tower and gained immense strength, power, and authority over the floors he had climbed. He eventually declared himself the king of the tower, and all the floors leading up to the 134th are regarded as Jahad's empire. This man sure was hungry. Being the king has his perks, and Jahad definitely deserves the title. The guy is immortal and invulnerable, and some even consider him nigh omnipotent as he has the power to control fates. He has super speed, strength, genius-level intellect, and is an expert hand-to-hand combatant, so much so that he'd floor anyone in a fistfight. What really adds up to his crazy abilities is his intimidating presence and tall, muscular build, along with that crazy-looking armor. This guy reeks of royalty. Among the high rankers, his current position is third, but he has been in first place on multiple occasions, which is a godlike feat considering the fact that Jahad is all but a human. Because of the fact he is only a mere human, rebellions against his rule and empire can be seen every now and then, but he shuts them up like the king he is. Those who admire and respect him worship him like a literal god. Jahad wasn't the only one to come and conquer the tower. Yes, he was the one leading the whole conquering march, but he had help in the form of the 10 great warriors, and some of his own family members. The 10 great warriors worked under Jahad, not beside him, which is why they don't have as much authority as he does. But in order to expand their power, each of the 10 great warriors formed a family, resulting in the 10 great families. The 10 great families are the ruling class inside the tower, and similar to how the Zahads are considered royals of the Jahad Empire. The members of the 10 great families are considered nobles. Long story short, these people made sure everything was for them. Some female members of the 10 great families can be promoted to royals as they are presented with the opportunity of becoming a Jahad princess. So this is all about how the 10 great families came to be. Now you might wonder, do these families have names like normal ones, or are they just all superpowered shenanigans? Well, they do have names, so let's look into them. The Ari family is a bit dormant compared to the other families and the ones they're related to, the Ari family. Ari and Ari are different families, not to be mistaken as the same, though they are related. The Ari family is considered dormant because of their hate for war and the fact that they'd do anything to prevent it. This family is led by the great warrior Ari Han. Led by the all-powerful great warrior Ari Hon, the Ari family resides on the 100th floor of the tower and are famous for having the largest territory among the great 10 families. This family is immensely feared in battle because of their unrivaled skills in swordsmanship. The head of the family, Eurasia Bloom, is not a softie when it comes to rigorous training and battle. The Eurasia family has produced one of the strongest Jahad princesses of all time in Eurasia N. Jahad. This family specializes in manipulating Shinsu to their favor. Led by the great warrior Ha Yurin, the name and the abilities of this family are quite too simple, but that doesn't mean that they can't kick ass. As a matter of fact, they can kick ass hardest among the 10 great families because of their immense physical strength. They've also produced a capable Jahad princess and high ranker. She goes by the name of Ha Yuri Jahad, and that, my friends, sounds truly royal. Probably the weakest and the least influential among the 10 great families, the Hendor Lok family and its members are known for having a short lifespan. The only member to have a long lifespan is basically immortal, and that would be the head himself, Hendor Lok Bloodmadder. This is because of a deal he made with a guardian, and his end was to receive eternal life. Now, fun fact for you, this family has the most number of children. I guess they get busy quite often. Kun translates to blood in Hindi, and that is exactly what this family is all about. Blood and internal conflicts. Led by the great warrior Kun Edwan, the children of this family are always fighting over authority, which is why they hold an annual competition where the winners are taken in as children, and the losers, they're simply abandoned. This family may be cunning and intelligent, but kindness and sympathy really isn't their game. No, it isn't a phobia. The Lopobia family is led by the great warrior whose real name is unconfirmed. So this family is basically led by this dude who's the head, but this dude is still a beast as he's considered the best anima in the whole tower and can control every Shinhua and animal inside the tower. The Lopobia family in general are great in terms of their anime abilities. Headed by the great warrior Pobidao Gustang, the Pobidao family specializes in controlling Shinsu, but their main strength lies in the research association they run. Only the male members of the family are eligible to work in the association, and if they fail to make it, they get kicked out. The members of this association are highly reputed and rival the status of the chosen children of Kun. Led by Tupiet Pierre, there isn't much information on the Tupier family, neither the amount of influence they have. They are known inside the tower as one of the Great Ten for their mastery of the art of light-bearing. Full of feminine power, Hannah Yeon is the leader of this family and she takes purity to a whole new level. As Hannah is a virgin and chooses to stay that way, Lard, an old member and one of Yeon's own, bears all the children in the family. The female members of this family are infamous for looking down on men. It makes sense to have such a distinguished power hierarchy since the show itself has the word tower in it. Jahad and the 10 great families are certainly the ones to take down if anyone residing in the tower wishes to rule over it, but they better think twice as these people do not mess around. If you liked today's video, a thumbs up and a sub would be a warrior-worthy move. This is Animepill, and we will be back with some more mind-blowing content in the future. Thanks for watching.